to children.
Well, good evening. Welcome to Grover Hill Zion United Methodist Church's Thursday evening devotions from around the kitchen table, where for some time now we've been discussing some of the great hymns of the church and the history and the stories behind some of these hymns. Some of them were written in tragedy, some were written in praise, but all of them are very meaningful in our faith journey in our lives and lives of faith as well. Tonight's song that we're discussing was a very, very popular hymn. Some time ago. It was made popular in 1995 by a singer by the name of Brian Duncan. You may remember that. But anyway, the song is titled Come Holy Spirit. Come Holy Spirit. It was written by Bill and Gloria Gaither in 1965, and then Brian Duncan picked it up and made it famous in 1995. Great song. But it's more than just a song. It's a very, very special prayer as well. Asking God's Holy Spirit to come upon us, to help us through whatever it is that we're experiencing, whether we're going through some tragedy, whether we're just so distraught and depressed that we just can't go on, when we're at wit's end, whether we're rejoicing and we just want to give thanks and praise. It's asking God to come before us with His presence, or to let us come before Him in His presence through the Holy Spirit. Well, who has not felt the need for God's presence, to be in His quiet, restful, peaceful presence in their life? And I would guess every one of us has indeed felt those feelings where we don't want to make a noise, we just want to be quiet. For me, I used to listen to this song a lot, and I haven't done it until recently. I listened to it, but in the quiet of the morning, it takes on an even more special meaning. As I said earlier, it's a great song, but it's just a wonderful, wonderful prayer. Perhaps it's a prayer that brings peace and comfort and just into my life. And even if everything's going well, sometimes you just need to rest. You need to find relaxation. You need the quietness just to be alone with God. And this is one of those special songs. In fact, you could probably hear it playing in the background now. It's just a great song, great hymn, great prayer. But Jesus promised that when He returned to heaven, He promised His disciples that He would send the Holy Spirit, the great Comforter, to be with them and to be with us, to lead us and to guide us in all things, to be our strength, to be our wisdom, just to be our all in all, to help us through whatever in life we need help with. There are things about the Holy Spirit, some characteristics that are accredited to the Holy Spirit, or some of those things are wisdom and understanding and counsel, strength, knowledge, piety, and fear of the Lord. All of those are the Holy Spirit came to teach us truth and to lead us into God's presence. God is truth, and so if we know the truth, we will know God. Well, the word spirit comes from a Latin word spiritus, meaning breath, or in this case, breath of God. the Spirit, the Holy Spirit is the very breath of God. The Holy Spirit is the third person of the Trinity, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Ruach, R-A-U-C-H, is another word in the Aramaic meaning spirit or wind or breath, strong wind or breath. Then in the Greek, where it was first written, it's pneuma, P-N-E-U-M-A. We get our word pneumonia, pneumatics, from this Greek word meaning wind or spirit or breath, for that matter. For those who understand mechanics or work on equipment in a production line, you realize that all of those cylinders and the like, some of them are hydraulic, but many of them are air cylinders. They're pneumatic cylinders. Pneumatics is a very powerful use of wind. You can condense wind so that just the smaller you condense it, the tube that it comes out of, the more powerful the wind will be. And so it is with God. The breath of God is a very powerful wind. It can be a very gentle wind. It's a very powerful wind as well. God's Spirit is a very powerful wind that can overcome anything that we have to deal with. You may remember that when God created Adam, He breathed into him the breath of life. He breathed into him the breath of God in order that man might live. Well, there's so much more we could say about the Holy Spirit, but I'm just going to share with you the words to this prayer or this song, Come Holy Spirit, and see if you don't think that could be a great prayer for you to use sometime. In fact, I'd encourage you to look Come Holy Spirit by Brian Duncan video up on YouTube or the internet, and just listen to it and just relax and let God speak to you. Well, the words are, come as the wisdom to children. Come as new sight to the blind. Come, Lord, as strength to my weakness. Take me, body, soul, and mind. Come as a rest to the weary. Come as a balm to the sore. Come as a dew to my dryness. Fill me with joy evermore. Come, Holy Spirit, I need you now. Come, sweet Spirit, I pray. Come in your strength and your power. Come in your own gentle way. Come like a spring in the desert. Come to the withered of soul. Oh, let your sweet healing power touch me and make me whole. Come, Holy Spirit, I need you now. Come, sweet Spirit, I pray. Come in your strength and your power. Come in your own gentle way. Well, have a great and blessed week. God bless you.
Come in your strength and your power. Come in your own gentle way. Come in your own gentle